Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to the first video of 4 today. Yes, 4 videos pretty much every single day this week because there's a lot that we have to cover along with it being football season. Later today, we're going to give our SEC predictions. We're doing reactions in this video. We'll give predictions right after that. Then we'll, of course, play our Texas A&M Road to Glory or our Vanderbilt Dynasty. I haven't made up my mind yet on which one that we're going to play. And then, of course, we will talk MLB. We'll talk the final weekend of the regular season. We'll talk about what I didn't like of the MLB season, what I did like, obviously, all that stuff. And then preview a little bit of the playoffs before we do have the bracket being set, of course, this weekend. So hit that sub button. Leave a comment down below if you are automatically interested in all of that. That gets you up to date on, of course, everything that is happening on the channel. Friday, we'll have Madden content. We'll have a PSA reveal. We'll have a lot of stuff. So stay tuned for some very interesting content coming your way these next couple of days. As always, though, hit that sub button. Leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Welcome to SEC Week number 4 reactions. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into these reactions. All right, so first off, I did not give any predictions this week because, or at least for SEC, I got every other conference done but the SEC because I was just very sick this weekend. This weekend I didn't feel good. Of course, on Saturday I was really not feeling good, which is why what kind of implemented me not to be able to, I guess, record Thursday or Friday was kind of the start of it. So forgive me for that, but we are back on a normal schedule this week. And, of course, without further ado, let us go ahead and hop into our first game, which was the Memphis Tigers upsetting the Arkansas Razorbacks. Yes, I am shocked right now that Sam Pittman still currently has a job. I know that Oklahoma State fired Mike Gundy this week, and I'm shocked that Arkansas did not fire Sam Pittman after what happened. The Razorbacks, though, they're 2-2 on the year. Memphis, of course, now improves to 4-0. I'm telling you what, man, that American Conference is going to represent the Group of 5 of the college football playoff. It's either going to be Memphis or Tulane, and that American Championship game might actually decide it between the two of them. So that's going to be a very interesting conference to watch in the next couple of weeks and throughout the season as to who, of course, makes it on that college or that conference alive. But with that being said, Arkansas, Green just looked terrible, did not play really good. Obviously, he had 1 touchdown pass on the day, so of course not shocked them. Memphis just ran all over the Arkansas defense, especially in that second half, which is what ultimately got them the job done. And I'm very shocked still, like I said, that Sam Pittman has a job come this week. Moving on to, of course, the next game on the schedule, which was, of course, UAB going into Tennessee. Only a couple 11 a.m. games because a lot of these games were at 2:30 this week. But UAB, of course, falling to Tennessee. They actually put up a good amount of points, and I'm very shocked about that. But Tennessee looked really good. Joey Aguilar looked really good as well. I believe he was taken out of the second half. Of course, the UAB quarterback throwing for 300-plus yards, 2 touchdowns on the day as well. Looked really good, really solid. But Tennessee's just in the SEC, man. You're not really going to beat them. So that's my my take on that matchup there, as Tennessee does ultimately get the job done. Now, let us talk about the Ole Miss and Tulane game. A lot of people predicted Tulane to get this job done, but Tulane obviously getting beat 45-10. Ole Miss is taking care of business, and now Ole Miss will be starting transfer quarterback Shambles, of course, against LSU. That's going to be a very interesting matchup to watch and to see how he can compete against this LSU Tiger defense. However, we'll talk about that in our prediction video up next, so stay tuned for that. Ole Miss, however, they looked really good. The offense looked really good. Rushing-wise, the quarterback Shambles, 112 yards. Not the worst day in the world for him. Then the Ole Miss wide receiver catching 84 yards, 1 touchdown on the day as well. So Ole Miss getting the job done as expected, but I did not think it was going to be a blowout like it was. I think that Tulane maybe could have, of course, played a little bit of a closer game, but we'll see what they do in the American come due time. Now, I have a lot, and I have a bone to pick with the SEC when it comes to regard this game. And I don't normally go on a rant here, but this is my rant for this Auburn-Oklahoma matchup. Number one, we should have won this game. There is no doubt in my mind that we should have won this game. We had every chance in the world to win this ball game, even after the missed PI calls, even after the call with a fumble recovery that was a touchdown. Jackson Arnold could have hit Cam Coleman twice in the end zone on 2 different drives, and we would have won the game. That would have been 2 touchdowns right there where we would have had the lead, and Oklahoma would have been forced to go for it, of course, in the 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter, unlike Jackson Arnold and what actually happened, where Oklahoma got their 10 sacks. Now, that brings me to my next point. 10 sacks is freaking unbelievable. This offensive line is better than that. Xavier LeChaplin is a first-round draft pick, and he was getting foul call after foul call on top of him, which I don't understand. I know that the SEC came out and said the officiating in this matchup was just horrendous, basically, and that they will try to do better, but no excuses. Auburn should have won this game. We should have absolutely won this game against Oklahoma. Again, like I said, if we would have ran the ball a lot more, we probably would have defeated the Oklahoma Sooners. But it is what it is. We can't change it now. Obviously, the PI call would have helped. Of course, the substitution call would have helped as well. The fumble would have helped. But if those were taken away, we still had chances down the stretch. Jackson Arnold just could not make the throw to Cam Coleman. Overthrew him twice on the same route in that final drive, or second to final drive in the fourth quarter, where we should have won the game. That's my main concern right there, is that the Auburn Tigers will not be able to finish any games in the SEC play, especially if they are going to be close. And if this is of course, tease of what's to come, then it's not going to be very good for Hugh Freeze, and it's not going to be very good for this Auburn Tiger offense. But we should have won this game. Everybody knows we should have won this game. SEC, you got to do better with officiating, but Oklahoma, congrats on the win. John Mateer is now hurt, so very interested to see how that is going to play a factor in Oklahoma's future games, and if their offense is a lot better or worse, we'll see. But Oklahoma, congratulations, you got your pity win. Now go out there and win some more damn football games without John Mateer, and prove to me that you guys are a contender in the SEC, because from what I saw on Saturday, they are not. And, of course, John Mateer had to get bailed out a lot by those referees. And Oklahoma does get the win against Auburn. Man, that pissed me off. Now, regardless, let us talk about the next game, which is Mississippi State hosting Northern Illinois. And by the way, Mississippi State just sold out their stadium. Davis Wade Stadium just got sold out for this matchup against Tennessee, which we'll talk about in our SEC prediction video, so stay tuned for that. But Blake Shapen is balling for this Mississippi State Bulldog offense. 160 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Yes, I know, not the greatest stat line in the world, but he was 12 of 20. Took him a little bit to get going, but once the offense got going, defense made some crazy plays as well. Of course, it was a slow start in that first half, but ultimately the offense did pick it up in the second half, and if they could play that game against Tennessee the way they did in the second half against an IU, then they have a shot, especially in a home sellout crowd, first time since 2014. That is going to be a banger to see next Saturday. Very underrated matchup with all the games that we got going on. But Mississippi State is now 4-0 and could be a team to look out for in SEC play. Now, let us talk about the night games here, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off with, of course, we will talk about Sam Houston going into Texas, because we got a hit on Arch Manning taunting, of course, a Sam Houston player. Don't understand why Arch Manning really did that. Maybe just to get his confidence up. I've seen a lot of memes regarding that. But Texas getting the job done as they should have. Arch Manning didn't even play that great. 300 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes. That's not the best. That's not the most, oh my gosh, they won the game type of stat line that I want to see against a Sam Houston type of team. I don't know. Maybe they took out the starters, but Arch Manning has not impressed me at all. I don't know if it's with you guys as well, but he has not impressed me at all to start the year, as the Texas Longhorns, however, do get the job done. Let us talk about LSU, because it took LSU a little bit to get going as well. Garrett Nussmeier, I know, has been playing up on a banged-up foot, but that first quarter took him a little bit, right? Garrett Nussmeier had to find Jawan Johnson a couple of times in the end zone, and of course the tight end Sharp, but it is what it is the LSU Tigers do get the job done, and they are now 4-0 on the year. Let us talk about College Game Day's decision, because number one, our game was by far the better game. And I don't know what prompted them to choose Florida at Miami, because I know for a fact that they are going to go back to Florida. They're going to go to Florida State, Miami in 2 weeks. I'm calling it right now, right? But I don't know what prompted them to say, hey, this matchup and versus an unranked Florida team that just came in, DJ Lagway throwing 5 interceptions, is a much better matchup than the Auburn-Oklahoma game, which is a top 25 game to start out SEC play. I don't understand College Game Day's logic by that, which is why I was pissed at College Game Day all weekend long. But hey, it is what it is. Miami getting the job done. Enough said. Carson Beck looked really good, especially in that fourth quarter where they did kind of put it on Florida. But hey, that's what's going to happen, right? Rivals be doing rival things as Miami does get the job done. South Carolina, Missouri was another banger in the SEC as Missouri does get the job done. Lenore Sellers is looking like he's going to be quarterback number 1 of the NFL draft. 2 touchdown passes, but of course that Missouri defense holding South Carolina to get the job done at home in that matchup. And our final game of the weekend was Georgia State going into 20th ranked Vanderbilt. Now Vanderbilt's ranked number 18th. Come on, guys. What the actual heck are we doing? But hey, Clark Lee's got that squad rolling right now. Diego Pavia looked really good. 245, 1 passing touchdown. The defense played really well, I thought, for the Vanderbilt Commodores, as it was pretty much a confidence building type of game, as they definitely are not going to lose to Georgia State this year. That's for sure, as the Vanderbilt Commodores do improve to 4-0 on the year. But you guys, let me know your thoughts about these reactions in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Again, later today, we will have SEC predictions. We'll also talk a little MLB playoffs. We will also play our Vanderbilt Dynasty, so stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.